Okay, here we are. We did it. I finished modifying this offset grill, the COS offset grill, and it's nowhere near what it used to be. So let me walk you through the major things that I did, and it was quite a bit. We started with the vent. The vent was here. So I took the vent off, sealed this up, and put the vent on the side here. I'll tell you why in a little bit, but it makes perfect sense. Also had to cut the tang out of this thing right here so that this thing would close all the way. Sometimes you actually want your fire to go out. So that was the first change, and that's a biggie right there. Second thing is I did put the second thermometer on there. So I've got two. I've got one on the upper range and one on the lower range, so I can tell exactly what's going on. Little minor things like painted on the side there where that thing rusted out after two burns, and also on the back here that was also kind of burnt out. I don't know what kind of paint they use. For the firebox, I insulated this, not all the way around because that's just overkill for this particular grill, but enough to keep, you know, a bunch of stuff from coming out. Now this next thing is going to be a big change, and that's this. This is worthless. This is the worst idea in grilling history. What they're telling you to do is take this metal milk carton with no bottom in it, put your fuel in it, and set it on fire and shove it in here. But here's the problem. This is a smoker. So after 6-8 hours, I'm probably going to want to put more fuel. So I'm going to have to pull this out. Whoops, I better get something hot. I mean, something to keep my hands from burning. Then I'm going to pull this out. If you see the bottom, any kind of hot coals are going to fall straight to the ground. If that's my deck, my deck's on fire. If it's my yard's burnt. This is a hazard. Best thing to do with this is take it and toss it. Okay, now I've got a simple normal firebox. I just, like most people do, open the door, put fuel in there. That major change. Now inside, I hope you can see this, but both of these used to be completely wide open. I put a baffle in here because this was way too much airspace. I mean, just too much room for flame to just go shooting up the side, so I had to slow it down. I did put vents on it, and I did put a baffle on the side there. So this next one is the Mac Daddy of all changes. You look inside here, you go from the firebox, right, into this hole right here. Now I've got a vent. The heat's gonna come up under here, and it has to travel all the way, and then it's going to start moving up nicely. When it moves up, I put another baffle set in place. These are removable. It'll also make for a nice shelf for a water pan, but that'll slow it down too. And then the heat's going to travel up here, then it's going to hit the top and go, oh, now where do I go? Well, where you're going to go is over here out the side. That's where you're going to exhaust. So all this heat's going to come nicely. Going to come traveling through here, up here, hit this baffle. Again, it's going to be nice and smooth and efficient. Going to hit the top. It's going to go out the side. So those are the majority of the changes. And my dad always used to tell me, son, you know, don't make a change on something unless you're willing to put your name on it. There's my name. And it's on. So that's how you modify, and these are the best modifications for a COS grill.